Hello and welcome to my channel. Today I will show you how to create a dual button widget for the Elementor page builder. Amazing thing is that this widget works seamlessly with both the free and pro versions of Elementor, and supports both the Flexbox and default section column layouts. Furthermore, this Elementor dual button widget is reusable, which means that you can add and customize the same widget in multiple sections with different colors and settings. In this video, I will walk you through the process of creating this widget from scratch, and by the end of the tutorial, you'll be able to create the exact widget on your own. Folks, if you don't want to create this widget yourself but still want to use it on your website, I have a solution that will save you time and effort. I'm offering this ready-made widget for sale on my Gumroad shop for less than $2. And if you watch the full video without skipping, you'll discover an additional 10% discount coupon code to use on my already affordable widget. But that's not all. I have several other fantastic widgets and templates listed at unbeatable prices on my Gumroad shop. So don't miss out on this limited time offer. Head to my store now and take advantage of this amazing deal. Before we begin creating the dual button Elementor widget, let's see how you can import the widget after downloading it from my Gumroad shop. Once you will complete your order, you will receive a zip file containing another zip file of the widget itself, and a README instruction manual. To import the widget into your WordPress website, first, extract the downloaded zip file to any location on your computer. However, make sure not to extract the widget zip file itself, as you will need to import it directly. Now, go to your WordPress dashboard and make sure that both Elementor and the Unlimited Elements plugin are installed and activated. You can install these plugins from the WordPress plugin repository. Next, hover over the Unlimited Elements, and click on the Widgets option. Now, the Unlimited Elements plugin comes with dozens of free and pro widgets. You can install free widgets without making any purchases. However, please note that all custom widgets listed on my Gumroad shop, including this dual button widget, are based on the free version of this plugin. Therefore, you don't need to make any additional purchases to use them. Before importing your custom widget, you'll need to create a new category. To do this, simply click on this plus button, enter the category name, and click on this button. To import a new widget, navigate to the newly created category and click on the Import Widgets button. You can then either drag and drop the widget zip file or double-click to locate and attach the widget zip file from your computer. Finally, click on the Import Widgets button to complete the import process. That's it, your Elementor dual button widget is now ready to use on your website. To use this custom widget on your Elementor editor page, simply go to the page where you want to add the dual button. Next, search for dual button in the widget search field. Once you find the widget, drag and drop it into the section where you want to add the dual button element. To customize the widget, simply go to the Content tab in the Elementor editor, where you'll find several options to make the necessary adjustments. It is important to note that this widget can be customized in the same way as any other native Elementor widget. Now, let's move on to creating this dual button widget from scratch. To create this dual button widget from scratch, go to your WordPress dashboard and make sure that both Elementor and the Unlimited Elements plugin are installed and activated. Next, hover over the Unlimited Elements and click on the Widgets option. Here, we'll create a new widget category for our dual button widget. To do this, simply click on the plus button, enter the category name, and click on the Add Category button. Next, go to the newly created category, then click on the Add Widget button. Now here, just type the widget title, name, description, and then click on this button. Here you can see, our newly created widget has appeared, but currently, this dual button widget is not a functional widget because we have not added any code to this widget. In order to create the same type of Elementor dual button widget as shown in the video introduction, we will be requiring a code block of HTML as well as a few blocks of custom CSS. If you're unfamiliar with HTML and CSS, don't worry, you can download the necessary code from my Gumroad shop and follow along with me. To add the required codes and functionality, click on the three dots next to the widget you just created, and select the Edit in New tab option. From here in the General tab, you can edit the widget title, name, description, icon, etc. To set an icon for our widget, you can click on the button next to the icon field to open the icon library, where you can search and select the icon you want. Once you've set the widget's basic settings, we can move on to adding the HTML and CSS code for the dual button functionality. To add the required HTML code, switch to the HTML tab, then delete the default text from this field, and then paste copied Elementor dual button widget HTML code from the downloaded file. Next, switch to the CSS tab, and then paste the copied Elementor dual button widget CSS from the widget CSS file. Now, we are ready to proceed with creating dynamic setting options for our Elementor dual button widget. To proceed with creating dynamic setting options for the widget, switch to the Attribute tab in the widget editor. Here, we need to create attributes for each setting option. Attributes are essentially variables that can be used to store and pass values between different parts of the widget. Now, before anything else, let's create various setting sections for our dual button widget. By default, you will see a section named General. To change the section name, click on the pencil icon, enter the new name, and update the changes. To add more setting sections to our dual button widget, click on the plus button, enter the section name, and click on the Add Section button. Now, to create an attribute, select the relevant section, then click on the Add Attribute button. After that, simply select the attribute type from this drop-down. For now, let's select the text field because we are going to create a dynamic setting for the middle separator text input field. Next, enter the attribute's title, name, and default value, and then save the changes. After creating an attribute, you can assign it to a specific part of the HTML or CSS code using attribute tags, which are the attribute name enclosed within double curly braces. To assign the attribute to a specific part of the code, switch to the relevant section of the code. In this example, replace the static text for the middle separator element with the middle text attribute tag. This tells Elementor to use the value stored in the attribute instead of the static text. By the way, you don't need to manually type any attribute shortcode. Once you create an attribute, its corresponding shortcode will appear here automatically. To add an attribute shortcode, simply select the relevant section of the code and click on the corresponding attribute shortcode on the right-hand side. Similarly, we can create and add attribute shortcodes for other settings options such as button link, button text color, button background color, etc. Now let's create all the remaining attributes for our widget settings. Now that we have created all the required attributes for button 1. Since we will need the same attributes for button 2, so let's duplicate the attributes we created for button 1 and move them to the button 2 section. To duplicate an attribute, simply click on this icon. To move the duplicated attribute to another section, click on this button. Check all the attributes that you want to move. And then click on the bullseye icon before the section you wish to move them to. This will move all the selected attributes to the new section. Next, change the title and name of all the duplicated attributes. Let's repeat this process for the style section attributes as well. Now that we have created all the necessary attributes for the Elementor dual button widget settings, we can proceed to add all the newly created attribute tags to relevant sections of the code. However, I will skip this process since I have already shown you how to add attribute tags. Since I have also provided you with a complete code snippet that includes the attribute tags, you don't need to do so. Once you have made all the necessary changes, save them and test the widget on your Elementor page. Folks, I just wanted to let you know that it took me almost 15 hours to create this video for you, so please like and subscribe. It will only take you 2 seconds. And if you are considering purchasing Elementor Pro, please consider using my affiliate link provided in the video description. The price will be the same whether you use my link or purchase directly, but using my link will support this channel and allow me to continue creating useful content for you. Lastly, if you have any questions or encounter any issues with this widget, please leave a comment below, and I will do my best to assist you. Thank you again for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video.